Hi guys, this is Richard Rodriguez from $1 Million Mindset. I'm coming to you today with another tip on how to help your channels get more recognition from the YouTube algorithm in 2019. Stay tuned. Hi guys, I'm assuming you're kind of new to the game or you're just trying to get additional tips on how to make the algorithm like your videos more or actually recommend your videos better. So I have these tips for you and it's going to be 8 tips with 1 bonus at the end. Now if you're new here, make sure and give me a thumbs up, click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so I can notify you of any future videos that I make. And if you're returning, welcome back. I thank you for being a subscriber. Let's get into the video. Now the 8 tips are, first and foremost, you have to have a high resolution thumbnail. And it's got to be great contrasting lettering to the background. You want to make sure that people can actually see it if they have, say, a phone, a large phone, small phone, if they're on their tablet or if on their computer. You want them to be able to easily read it. If the icon's real small because it's on a phone, you want them to be able to read it. So you want the text to be large enough with a good contrast to the background to be able to be seen. And it's kind of neat if you put pictures or icons in there, you want to be able to see those icons. You don't want them so small or close to the color of the background that can't be seen. So that's number 1. That's the first thing you need to look at if you're going to put a thumbnail in there and not use the auto-generated thumbnail. Now I don't suggest to use an auto-generated thumbnail of your actual video because in general they're just not an eye-catching thing. People don't want to click on a thumbnail of just some man sitting here. They want to click on a thumbnail of something that is interesting. So you want to make sure it's an interesting thumbnail. Number 2. Video cards. Before you publish your video, after you've uploaded it, or even after you've uploaded it, you can edit it afterwards. You want to add in a video card. Video card would be something like right up here. That would be a video card. It'll pop up, it'll kind of scroll across the screen, and it will tell you whatever it is. Now, if the person actually highlights it with their mouse, they're gonna actually see a little bit more information on there. But if they click on that, it'll lead them to whatever you told them to lead it to, whether it be another video of yours, somebody else's video on YouTube, or a link that's off-site. And I don't suggest you do an off-site link unless you have to, but that's kind of what a video card is, or a card. So you want to actually put a card in there because that's one of the things that the YouTube algorithm looks for. Number 3, end cards. At the end of a video or close to the end of a video, usually within the last 20 seconds, what you're going to do is you're going to see stuff pop up on the screen, something like kind of like this, kind of like this. It's going to pop up on the screen, and basically what that is to tell you click on this, which will lead you to another video of mine or a video of a colleague or something off-site. And generally you don't want to do something off-site, like I said in the last one, right? You don't want to do something off-site. But that's generally what a end card is. It's an end card screen or whatever the case may be. You can even put something like this, which is trying to tell you, hey, subscribe to my channel, or even another person's channel on YouTube. Number 4, if you have a Twitter account, you want to actually share this also on your Twitter account. So share the link on your Twitter account. What I usually do is I go into my Twitter, I put my thumbnail, and then I put a link to the video in my Twitter. That way people can follow that or click on that and go straight to my link. Number 5, do you have a Facebook account? If you have a Facebook account, actually share the link to your video on your Facebook account and make sure somebody likes it, whether it be you who likes it or somebody else who likes it, because that's one of the things that the YouTube algorithm looks for as well. That's one of the many things that it looks for to help rank you in their recommended sites or to not be one of the recommended sites. If you meet all of these qualifications, it doesn't mean you're going to be a recommended video, but it means that you're just one step closer to becoming a recommended video. Number 6, do you have closed captioning turned on? If you don't have closed captioning turned on, make sure you do it in whatever language that you're actually going to broadcast your video in. The reason why it's important is because YouTube kind of looks for your videos to make sure your videos are accessible to everybody out there. For those who are hard of hearing, sometimes people are in places where they can't actually listen to your video, but they can still watch your video. And if they can watch it, they can read it. So it's important to have your closed captioning turned on so it can be appealing to everybody who's out there. Number 7, is the comment pinned? Meaning, is there a comment that was on your website, whether it be a comment that you made asking questions? And if you notice down in my description, I usually ask questions. So is a question that you have pinned, or a comment that somebody made on your video pinned, or even a comment that you made on your video pinned, is it pinned? If it's not pinned, you want to actually make one and pin it, because that's also one of the things that the YouTube algorithm looks for. And we will all want to be as compliant with the YouTube algorithm as we can, at least the current algorithm, in order to have the rank on the YouTube platform that we all want, right? So make sure it's pinned. Number 8, is it hearted? There's going to be a little heart symbol right next to the comment, or below the comment, right next to the reply link. So make sure that one of your comments is hearted, whether it be the comment that you made that you pinned, or the comment that somebody else made that you pinned. Make sure at least one of these things are hearted, because that is, again, also something that the algorithm looks for. And number 9, so you want to make your titles as interesting as possible, because when people go out there and they look through YouTube and they thumb through the videos to find out which one they want to see, they don't want to waste their time on a video that they're not going to want to see, that's uninteresting. They want to see a title that's going to catch their eye, that's going to want to draw them in, and hopefully you have a good thumbnail that draws them in. They hit it, they watch it. Hopefully they watch it for the duration. Not everybody watches it for the duration. And I'll tell you the truth, most people do not watch your video for the entire duration. So make sure it's as good as possible, and make sure your content is as interesting as possible. What I try to do to make everything as interesting as possible, or at least keep things interesting, is do a whole lot of jump edits. It doesn't always work, because sometimes, I kind of get to talking to the camera and I kind of forget about the jump edits. But if you can remember to make your videos as interesting as possible, other people will find them interesting, and they'll actually stay on them for the duration. Because if we have a lot of watch time, which is one of the things that YouTube looks for, then it is just that much better for us to get us closer to that monetization part. Plus, make sure that viewers stick with us so they can actually be interested and tell other people, and you can get your subscriber count to go up. So sometimes I do a little eye-catching thing. If you notice, my lights back here are different colors, and sometimes I actually change the colors, but right now I have it on an auto rotation. So it's about things that are pleasing to the eye, whether it be voice that's pleasing, whether it be visuals that's pleasing, whether it be the camera that's pleasing. But I think the biggest thing that makes your content stand out is content itself. The better the content, the better the message that you're trying to portray. Whether it be something like what I'm doing, I'm trying to tell you about how to make better videos, or whether it be your tech reviews and you're reviewing really neat audio or really neat video or really neat computer equipment. It's all about interest. So if you can keep the interest of the viewer, you're going to keep them on your video. And the longer you keep them on their video, the better the watch time is, and the algorithm notices that, and they like this. This is something that they want. And the better it is for the YouTube algorithm, the more watch time that you have. So try to keep your watch time up. And the way you keep your watch time up is because your videos are interesting. They do keep people's interest, and that's what it's all about. So again, this is Richard Rodriguez with $1 Million Mindset. It's all about the mindset. Do you have that mindset? Do you want to hit that goal? Did you have a goal set so you could make it to that goal? And then once you hit that goal, you can surpass that goal, because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about doing that. Now down here in my description below, I have the #1 way for you to make passive income while you're asleep, while you're out at the beach doing things, while you're out at a barbecue, while you're out at a picnic, while you're doing the things that you want to do with your family and your friends. So click on that link down below, and it'll tell you a little bit about my story, and you can follow along with me on my journey to becoming financially free and free of that 9-to-5. Now remember, you're in charge of your own future. You decide your own future. So make yours a good one.